China and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN have officially upgraded their free trade agreement, marking a new chapter in regional economic cooperation amid rising global trade tensions. The version 3.0 Pact was signed on the sidelines of the 47th ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur, in a ceremony witnessed by Chinese Premier Li Qiang and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. According to China's State Council, the upgraded deal will expand collaboration across infrastructure, digital innovation, green transition, trade facilitation, and people-to-people exchanges. It builds on the original ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement, which came into effect in 2010. Over the years, ASEAN and China have become each other's largest trading partners, a relationship strengthened by the so-called China Plus One supply chain strategy that emerged after Donald Trump's trade war with Beijing began in 2018. Trade between the two sides has already reached $785 billion in the first 9 months of 2025, up nearly 10% from last year. Much of it now includes finished Chinese goods for Southeast Asian consumers, alongside integrated regional manufacturing. Speaking at the ASEAN Summit, Premier Li praised the deepening partnership, calling for expanded and higher quality cooperation under the new agreement. He emphasized that China and ASEAN had achieved fruitful results through consistent trade growth and closer social and economic ties.
双方的各领域合作蓬勃开展，贸易规模稳步提升。东盟签证推动了人文交流更加热络。我们刚刚共同见证签署了中国东盟自贸区3.0版的升级议定书，经贸合作扩容提质迎来新的契机。单边主义、保护主义严重冲击国际经贸秩序，外部势力对本地区的干扰上升，不少国家被无理加征高额关税，我们的发展面临更大的风险和挑战。面对强权政治、经济霸凌、不团结、搞对立，不仅得不到任何好处，还会被外部势力分而治之。越是形势严峻，我们越应当更加坚定地团结自强。
Li also took a swipe at U.S. President Donald Trump's trade policies, condemning unilateralism and protectionism for disrupting the global economy. He accused external forces of unfairly targeting regional economies with high tariffs. Trump, who also attended the ASEAN Summit, signed new trade deals with Cambodia and Malaysia and framework agreements with Thailand and Vietnam. The agreements formalized so-called reciprocal tariff rates of around 19 to 20% on those nations, reflecting his administration's preference for one-on-one trade arrangements. The U.S. president is due to meet Chinese leader Xi Jinping later this week in South Korea, where tariffs and trade barriers are expected to dominate discussions. The meeting follows confirmation by U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent that Washington and Beijing have reached a framework agreement aimed at avoiding Trump's threatened 100% tariff on Chinese goods. As the world's two largest economies prepare for another high-stakes meeting, the upgraded China-ASEAN deal signals a message: Asia's major economies are intent on charting their own course through an increasingly fractured global trade landscape.